Hey, beautiful. So today I'm being guided to talk about what to do when friends or family don't support your spiritual path or your spiritual work as a light worker. Now, my spiritual team was guiding me to talk about this subject and bring it up, and it reminded me of when I first started my spiritual path professionally. Now, I've always been very spiritual, very intuitive since I was a child, but when you do your spiritual talents and your abilities and you do it for fun or for a hobby, it's a little bit different when you do it professionally. When you're doing this work professionally, you're really putting yourself out there more, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and you're really coming out of the spiritual closet more like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, and this is really important to my life. So back in 2008, I decided to do this work professionally by bringing it online. Now, I was doing this work in person with friends and family, like with Reiki healing, angel cards, between from 2005 to 2008. But in 2008, I felt guided to do this work online with a website. And I really felt like, okay, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm going to share more of what I do. My friends and family, my coworkers, they're going to see my work. They're going to find it online. They're going to find it on social media. And at first you can be a little guarded. You don't want to get your feelings hurt. You don't want to hear people's judgments. But nonetheless, you want to be authentic. You want to be authentic. You want to share who you are and what you're proud of and what lights you up. And so in the beginning, I would share like, okay, I'm very intuitive. I love angels. I do energy healing. I do Reiki. This is who I am. This is what I do. And then, I, of course, on my mother's side of the family, everyone's very open-minded and spiritual. So it was no big deal. Like, okay, that's normal, Christine. But on my father's side of the family, everyone's more traditional. Everyone's more by the book and having traditional jobs. So people were kind of like, mumbling under their breath or, making passing judgments. And then on my husband's family, majority of them are Christians, especially my in-laws. So they were not able to understand my perspective, or they were a little bit more judgmental in the sense that I need to go get right with God, or I'm doing the devil's work, which I'm not. I only do this work from the highest vibration of light, and the only person that I channel is the divine, is God. I only work with God when I do my readings, when I do my healing sessions. So there is only light coming through nonstop. So, and I'm sure that's the same for you. When you tell your friends or family, like, this is what I do, this is what I'm passionate about, I'm going to be doing this work professionally. Like, I'm sharing something with you that's really important to me. I'm opening up my heart and I'm sharing something with you. This is who I am. This is what I love. This is what I do. And it can be kind of scary when you're becoming so vulnerable. You're sharing something about yourself. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. And you may be sharing more with friends and family so that way you can share more with strangers. So you can share more about and talk about like what your great work is. And I know this subject can be kind of touchy for some people. It can make them feel uncomfortable. So it can make us also feel uncomfortable when we're talking about something that we care so much about, and it makes us happy and it lights us up. Nonetheless, since that occurred for me and I came out and I started doing this professionally in 2008, I have learned a lot of things that helped me to overcome this, and I want to share these techniques with you because it may help you if you're going through the same experience where you are coming out as a light worker, you're coming out as a spiritual healer, spiritual reader, spiritual coach, and then all of a sudden your friends and family, the people who matter most to you, or people in your inner circle, are not supportive of your work because either they're against it or they don't understand it. Now, first I want to say, the more we raise our vibration, it can cause us to outgrow some relationships. And I'm getting goosebumps as I talk about this, so this is really important for me to share with you. And this happens a lot. I've noticed this happen a lot. What I'm about to talk about, this happens a lot with a lot of my students, a lot of my clients, a lot of my colleagues. I will tell you that the more we embrace our work as a spiritual light worker, the more it raises our vibration, right? And the more it raises our vibration, the more our vibration is not in alignment with our friends or family who may be at a lower vibration or in an ego state. So what happens is that sometimes we start to outgrow the relationship. We've outgrown it. We're not the same person that we were yesterday. We've changed. We've evolved. We're ready for something better. And they don't want to change. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to grow. So it can be hard. It can be hard to relate. So with some relationships with friends or family, you may outgrow them. The relationship may have served its purpose, or it may be time for the other person to, you may give them advice and tell them, like, I'm here to help you. I want to see you do better. I see you have so much potential. I want to help you improve your life too. I want to help you find your happiness. Some people may be open to it. Some people may want to change with you and start to have these great things and great miracles and blessings occur in their life. And then other people may be resistant. They may want to stay where they are. They may not want to come out of their comfort zone. And sometimes you either have to agree to disagree, or sometimes you have to leave the relationship and go on with your life, so that way you have healthier boundaries, you have a healthier lifestyle. And that's okay too. This is something that you have to reflect on and you have to decide on for yourself. Now, if you're with a spouse who can't relate to your work, can't relate to what you're doing, what I do recommend is that you can ask for your spiritual team, ask for God, ask for the divine, ask for your angels to help them to have a spiritual experience, so that way they can relate and understand to your work and what you're going through and why you've chose this path, why you've chosen this path. Help them to make that connection. And when they have their own spiritual experience, then they're going to be able to understand what you're going through. Okay? All you have to do is set a prayer intention, ask a prayer, you just state it to the divine, and they will experience a shift. They will experience and have their own spiritual experience. They have to have it for themselves. They have to have their own spiritual awakening for them to make that connection and understand, oh, okay, this is what they're doing. Now I understand why their work is so important. Now I understand this aspect of their life. Okay? That works well for spouses. Now, you may outgrow other relationships, other friendships. You may outgrow relationships with a parent, relationships with a sibling, and that's okay. Just take time to reflect on what feels right for you and your heart, okay? Okay, the next thing I recommend is to cut your cords. It's very important that you cut your cords energetically, because you don't want that same energy just continually going back and forth, back and forth. Like seriously, the more you think about it, the more it stresses you out, the more it just, it starts to cause you anxiety, it starts to affect your health. Then that's because you're bouncing that energy back and forth. What you're feeling, the other person is feeling too. So it's important that you energetically stop it. You cut those cords, so that way you both can be free of that energy. You both can be free of that stress, anxiety, fear, worry. You can let go of that energy. And the best way to do that is through a prayer or intention. And you can state something like, I call on God, the creator of all that is, from the highest vibration of light. I call on Archangel Michael from the highest vibration of light. Please help to cut my energetic cords from, name the person and situation, cutting my energetic cords through all time and space. I ask that my energy and spirit is disconnected from theirs, and their energy and spirit is disconnected from mine, sending love and light in both directions. Okay? Nothing but love. Because whatever you send out is going to come back to you, no matter what it is. So make sure you're sending good to stop that energy from reoccurring, and that way positive vibes will come back to you, but also so healing can occur. So that way healing can occur in that relationship, and you guys can move on to the next cycle. I also recommend being very subjective, okay? Now, if you're first sharing what you do with your friends and family, those close to you, like, oh my God, I got this big idea. I want to do this for my spiritual business. I want to create this project. I want to create this class. I want to create this book. I want to have this offering. I want to start doing readings. And then all of a sudden they look at you like you're crazy, and they tell you that you need to go get a traditional job, and they shut you down. And then what happens? All of a sudden you start to second guess your own intuition. You start to second guess yourself. And then what happens? You get frozen. You don't want to do the project. You procrastinate. You start doing, wasting your time watching TV or Netflixing or doing something else. And then I'm sure you're still going to feel that in your heart and spirit from your intuition and your angels, your spiritual team, like, hey, you need to do this idea. It's important. You need to do this work. So what I recommend is to be subjective. Do not share your big ideas in the beginning, at least until you're done completing. Once you've finished the project, you've gotten it out there, then share it with your friends and family. Then say, oh my God, look what I did. I want to share this with you. I just wrote this ebook. It's on Amazon. Go check it out. I just did this video. It's on my YouTube channel. Go check it out. Do it after, okay? Because after you've gotten it out there, you've already got that momentum going and you're starting to trust your intuition. You're trusting your spirit first. And it's really important during those times when people will make you second guess yourself, make you doubt yourself, that you really trust your heart and spirit first and foremost, okay? Make sure that you're connected to your spirit and you're trusting your spirit. And I'm not talking about trusting your ego mind. I'm talking about making sure that you're really at a high vibration, connected to your spirit and trusting your spirit, okay? So in the beginning, keep it to yourself, get the project completed, and then share the great news with your friends and family. At least in the beginning. And then once they start to see what you're creating, then they're going to want to know more, and then it'll be easier for you to share and share more. And of course, the next thing I recommend is to send them love. Send them love. Like the phrase of Namaste, the light in me salutes the light in you. So it's really important that you send the vibration of love. Sending the vibration of love to a friend or family member where you're having a difficult time with communication can help to heal the relationship. It can really help to heal the relationship. It can help to improve communications, and it can help to better the relationship in so many ways. So I want you to think of the person, visualize them in your mind's eye. Visualize them, visualize a picture of them, visualize a past memory with them, visualize an experience with them that you want to have. And then I want you to put your hand on your heart and focus on the energy of love going to them. Feel that strong emotion of love going to them. See the color pink, see hearts going to their energy. And you're sending them love. They're going to feel this energy. They may call you, they may want to speak to you more, they may send you an email, a text, and their vibration will be different. Their tone will be different because you're sending them love. Love will heal. So I do recommend that as well. If you want to improve communications, send them love. And if you want to take it a step further, while you're in that energy, you can also connect to their spirit. While you're visualizing their spirit and you're sending them love, their spirit can feel this. So you want to visualize something. If there's a certain perspective that you want them to see and understand, that's when you can send them that vision. You can show them your perspective too, with love. Most importantly, respect their wishes. Everyone has the gift of free will. So if they are not open to it, it goes against their beliefs or their interests, then that's okay. It's okay to make peace with that. As long as there's peace in the relationship, then we can agree to disagree, and that's okay as well. But you also have to make sure that you're setting boundaries and you're letting them know, okay, I respect your beliefs and your interests, but I also expect the same in return. I expect you to be respectful of my beliefs, my wishes, my intentions too. Okay? Set those boundaries. Now, as you go through these roller coasters of change and experience and evolving, whether you are in the beginning of it, where you're just coming out to your friends and family, or you're in the middle or the end, it's always going to be a cycle. And you have that big project come up, and your friends or family, they're seeing what you're doing on your Facebook business page, your Instagram feed, your live videos, and then maybe they send you something that's kind of hurtful, kind of hurts you or brings you down or makes you second guess yourself. And in those moments when you're very vulnerable or you're hurt emotionally, what I recommend is that you call on Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel is really good for emotional healing. Call on him Ask him to wrap his angel wings around you and comfort your heart and spirit and just hold you, and to help you to overcome that emotion, that pain that you felt, and to heal that pain from you. And in that moment, he will. As soon as you call him, he will heal you in an instant. He will take your tears away. He will heal you from that emotional pain that you felt, or that disappointment that you felt from your friends or family not being there for you when you needed them, or not lifting you up when you're going through something that lights you up and makes you feel good, or a goal you're working towards, if they're not supportive. Call on Archangel Chamuel. He will help you. I know during those times you think that, or you feel that you're alone, like no one's there to help you, no friends or family are being supportive, but the truth is our spirits are never alone. We always have our spiritual team with us too. So even in the physical realm, if you feel like you're alone, you have a team of spiritual helpers with you, and you can call on your angels for that support, especially Archangel Chamuel. He can help you with that emotional healing that you need to overcome that. And the other spiritual helper I highly recommend, or spiritual helpers, is your ancestors. Call on your ancestors before you. Okay, if you're having trouble with friends or family, you're having trouble communicating with them, you're having trouble making that connection, growing or improving that relationship, call on your ancestors. These are your beloved ones who are on the other side in heaven. Call on them to help you, even if you haven't had a close relationship with them in this lifetime. Their spirit is still connected in your lineage. They're still connected to your spirit. They're part of your family. And they can still connect to you. They still are watching over you. Call on your ancestors before you. You just stated an intention like, I call on my ancestors before me from the highest vibration of light. I call on, you can call on a specific, like a grandfather, grandmother, a great aunt, anyone who you admire or look up to, or you've been feeling drawn to lately. Because if you're feeling drawn to their energy, it's because they're with you and they're trying to help you to improve your family relationship. Okay, so call on your ancestors to help with healing that relationship or healing that aspect of your life, and you're going to start to notice transformation. You may even start to notice your ancestors help you with your spiritual light worker assignments, light worker projects as well. Overall, please, do not let anyone stop you from pursuing your spiritual light worker assignments, your light worker path. Do not let anyone stop you from pursuing your spiritual coaching, your spiritual healing, your spiritual readings, whatever it may be, your spiritual path. You're being guided on that path for a reason. Listen to your intuition. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is never going to steer you wrong. Everything else will work itself out. Just continue to follow the light, continue to go on your path, and everything else will work out like it's meant to be, okay? Everything else will fall into place like it's supposed to. You got this, and your spiritual team is going to help you through this process. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the comments. See you guys in the next video. All my love.